Hello, good morning, happy Friday. Thank you so much for joining me here for another Saints and Angels Oracle deck reading for our week to come. It is July 12th today, the second Friday for July. If you missed last week or you're new, or maybe it's sometime in the future here for you, we had a theme pulled for the whole month last week, and that theme is the King of Rods. Such a magnificent energy, of course. I spoke a lot about that in the last video. If you're interested in hearing a little bit more about that, you could watch last week's video. I'm going to try to stay focused on the present moment here this morning. So, with that said, we are looking here on the 12th for a new weekly message, but it will be underneath the theme, of course, for that King of Rods energies, the passionate ways that you make your magic, the way that you assert dominion over or assert power in your dominion, or all of these sort of really regal, over the top kind of energies, archetypes and characters, situations that call us to embody that type of king or act kingly, or to even not, be the opposite version. We're seeing great inverted versions of that happening everywhere. But I don't want to get caught up in the external things. This morning, I'd really like to just, in spirit of the 3, which is 12, right? For today, we have a really great energy for creative things on a type of day like this for a Friday. So what I'd like to do is just jump into a little meditation quickly, instead of having a whole talk about the happenings and the cards and stuff. So hopefully you enjoy these and you'll enjoy this time. If you'd like to get comfortable, please do. If you'd like to close your eyes, that's what I'm going to do, and relax and do just a bit of a guided heart-opening meditation, connection, prayer, whatever you like to look at that sort of effort to become a good audience is what I like to look at it as, and to be encouraging. So if you just want to watch, that's fine. Sometimes it's awkward to watch somebody with their eyes closed, but that's what I will be doing, so just know. If you're doing something else like driving or dishes or whatever, you can totally be doing that. It's nothing like hypnosis where you shouldn't be operating machinery. You can certainly just relax your gaze and sort of disconnect from the external world if you aren't doing anything and you don't want to close your eyes completely. That's not your thing. If meditation really isn't your thing, that's okay. You just relax and listen and just sort of quiet your attention on the outside world so much that you don't really need to even look anywhere. You could just look past your nose, or let your gaze settle to unfocus, or choose, choose a beautiful focus out in front of you that you just gaze upon, and allow everything else to fade away. Main point is that we're focusing inwards for a moment or a few. So I'm going to close my eyes now and just settle into the moment. Take your time as I take mine to connect to the breath and the moment, to take a second to maybe sense the air around you, the quality. Feel if there's space or if it's confined, if it's stuffy or free. Notice, just, of course, we'll have our background distractions classically to just impede a little upon us and test how well we can detach? How well can you let go of external annoyances, disruptions? Can you see them, breathe through them, not let them take you and your feelings and your state of mind over? To not disrupt literally what you're doing. To adapt and excuse it. To say, yes, I see you, but no, no, thank you. You're not going to infringe and impede upon my peace of mind, my space of freedom and positivity, of well-being, of calmness, of a centered, grounded, stress ready, stress capable, stress worthy and strong, not stress free, no. We are free, free to move, free to be challenged, free to challenge, free to stress and be stressed. So do what feels good to move through and work the muscles like we work the breath. And when you have trouble, remember the breath. For it is the anchor, it shows the way, it guides through physical practice. The give and take, the in and out, the ebb and flow, the partnership and cycle that we are all individually so uniquely entangled with, so important to us. And it is important that we breathe to the life around us here on earth as well. The plants need us as we need the plants. So breathe for a moment into your beautiful lungs. Breathe in the air from your beautiful space. The air around you in your direct world is just as unique and special, as purposeful and divinely sent to you and placed for you, as you are placed within this world, as you were birthed, as you chose upon conception to come forth, this time, this place. Could be no other way, for you're looking out those eyes. You're breathing with those lungs. You are the flesh. You are the word. You are the breath. Love in action. Peace in movement. Classically, more distractions. Unexpected. And yet on purpose. Because how quick can we turn it around? How quick can we remember and not lose our train of thought? Not be completely thrown off course, have to redo all the maps and rewrite everything before we could find true north again. No, we can feel it in our gut. We could sense it. We know, we remember. All is known and remembered, always. So pull it back, gaze back up at that beautiful night sky for a moment and see your true north. See how it resides hanging above you. Is it straight above? Or is it out in front of the horizon? Do you feel it to the left or the right? Maybe you even feel it slightly behind. Or perhaps it's totally self-facing. No, you, my friend, are self-facing. Take time to love your southward glance, to appreciate the backward steps and the way that you have turned yourself around. Laugh at your confusion and your distortions. Pat yourself on the back, my friend, and laugh it off. But turn around. we should always remember, and we should always be hearkening to turn around when we feel that burning the back of our skull, like someone's watching us. Something's calling us in a different direction. What we see in front of us doesn't match what we want, what we feel, what we know is right. Even if there's a magnetic pulling, even if the crowd is going that way, there's still that burning knowing, the gaze, the calling. Trust the gut. Trust your heart. Hear and know which North Star is yours. For there are so many, infinite in fact, constellations and stars out there. We must know that. We must remember. We must be honest in our sailing and in our navigating. And be true to ourself, to our center, to the place and space we've been gifted, the boat that we've chosen to sail this time. See the steering wheel that's in front of you now, where you have chosen to be born. Don't excuse it away or say, I wish it could have been this or it should have been that, and oh, if I had this choice, it would have been X, Y, and Z. We don't have those. You've already made those this time around. just love them and accept them. New choices are always aplenty. There's infinite potentials ahead. As soon as you realize you're at the helm, your steering wheel is right there. You have to just turn around. You have to just take hold of it. Take ownership and responsibility. Feel the solidity. Yeah, it's scary sometimes. Sometimes it's boring too. There's so many things that happen and can happen as you discover that wheel. Discover that you are the captain of your ship. So, oh captain, my captain, I plead and beg. I ask you, my friends, as I ask myself each day, and I turn to my inner captain, and I say, I trust you. I am a sailor. I know you know the way. So steer and show, and I will listen. Lead, and I will follow. Take a moment to just sit. Be that sailor, looking towards that captain, and honor that great wisdom. See the sun shining behind him or her. I'm using, that general plural masculine rule of grammatic. English. I'm not saying it has to be a man. It's generality, it's a template. It's an ease of function to group us all together. For male or female, we are one. We inhabit both beings within each of us anyways. Divine king and queen sit on a throne within all of us. So honor and know that, and see that captain, for he shines with the sun and leads the way as the sun leads the way in the day, and the North Star at the night. Take a moment to just breathe into your own knowing. Feel that beautiful light. And support. Take a moment to soak it in. Lock it in. Pull it down into the very depths of your toes and fingers. Every crack and crevice. Through to the smallest cell little worker bee. Every egg, not even hatched yet. Every wall in the hive is built with love in there. Soaking up, see the light like honey, thick. See your whole self filled up. Beautiful sacred octagons, sacred geometries, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 dimensions, all beautiful prisms, these light, filling with a thick gold and honey, plasma essence, love and light, from the toes, filling them up, the toenails, in between the toes and the tops, the bottoms, around the sides of the toes, the big to the small, up the tops of the feet, and off the balls, joints, bottoms and the arches, over the ankles, the Achilles, and up the back of the ankle, across the whole top of the foot, both feet glowing gold, pulsating. Feel that beautiful pulsating. I'm turning my music back on as to not interrupt, but to not jar anyone either. I noticed it was off from the commercials. Allow that golden glow to fill your feet and travel up your shins, glowing through each beautiful shape and cell, lighting them up through the knees and thighs, entering up through the upper thighs, through the pelvis and hips, through the coccyx, through the sacral and the root. Of course, the root, the sacral, the solar, up into the abdomen, filling your whole torso, into the chest and heart. Breathing into the lungs, feel how it fills up the upper chest, spilling into the arms, down the forearms, elbows, into the wrists, hands and fingers, down into the very fingernails, tips of the fingers. Breathe into that golden light and see how from the neck down glows golden, pulsating, shimmering with every color within it. Feel it filling up now through the neck and throat, freeing you, freeing your truth, reminding you of all your beauty, all your wondrous, unique truths. The ups, the downs, the good, the bads, the in and the outs, every one of them. They all just make each other more special. Glowing brighter, shining each for a second, flickering in the light uniquely, like a crystal catching the light, passing up into the jaw, into the occipital bones at the back of the head, breathing up through the axis and the atlas, those top, tippity-top vertebrae connect to the skull, to the brain, to the bottom of the brain. Feel it filling that ancient lower half of the brain, filling up the old memories, your ancient connections, tapping you into your ancestors, to the Akashic, to that deep spiritual ties, the long game, the long lives, heritage, lineage. Feel how it spreads out and connects you to the ether and infinite intelligence around you. Feel that golden light beaming outwards, threading through beautiful infinite network. Giant neurons, a giant brain. passing like a portal into your own unique version, fractal, minuscule version, tiny, toy-like brain. And yet for you, it's perfectly sized. And it is infinitely sized anyways. Imagination space knows no limits. Your brain is a miraculous, infinite computer. It doesn't just do binary, silly zeros and ones. It doesn't quantumly compute between two different 0 and 1 options. No, my friends. Our beautiful, miraculous, organic brain that knows 0 through 9, that grows a 1 through 9 playscape of infinite potentialities, cannot even compute that. Look at how long it's taken us to compute the possibilities of just zeros and ones. Our brain knows no limits. Breathe into that infinite knowing, that deep connectedness. As that golden light fills and draws in from all of those known potentialities. Just as your breath is drawn from all the unknown potentialities, the unknown molecules of air, all these things that make it up out there. Our body draws it in, it knows what to do with it, without being a scientist, without knowing what these certain definitions or little happenings are doing. Our infinite intelligence, our body's infinite intelligence knows these things. So allow that knowing, that golden light to spread out through you, through imagination space, out past your teredo, out past your aura, to your spirit layer, intermingling with all others, calling forth all that is of your highest good, with best intentions at heart for all involved, highlighting harmonious solutions near and distant, resonating out and calling forth in fluidity and ease all that serves the highest good, the best path to oneness. See it like golden flickers or stars, beads on a net flowing towards you, calling towards you. Or are you moving towards them? It is both, my friends. If you choose to do both, because it is a great partnership, is a general co-creative space, speaking and listening, seeking and calling forth, receiving and giving. See those golden lights calling forth towards you and entering into you, all of your highest good, filling up as the golden light continues and finishes now. Top half of the brain, the frenetic brain, frontal cortex and lobes, the gray matter, all the busyness that sits atop, the newness, all the new memories and the processes that take place in the present moment. See it all intermingling and connecting, all full of the same golden honey-like, thick, intelligent, fluid plasma, effervescent, glowing, knowing, love light. Filling up through absolute tippity top of the crown of your head now, down your hair follicles, pulsating out of you even. If you can allow, listen and hear the area around you. Perhaps you see it, perhaps it just is a sensation. Torrido flowing out, aura pulsating, cymatic reverence, singing out your tune, your frequency rippling through the ether. Take a moment to appreciate it, feel its fullness, its uniqueness, and give thanks for yours. If you can, take a moment, step outside yourself and see yourself sitting there in your room, in your place and space. See the walls and ceiling, or if you're outside, see the setting. See your physical vessel sitting there or lying. Take a moment, if you're standing or doing whatever, to just feel your body more consciously. Feel what it feels like to be alive now. Incarnate, lit, your flame alight, alive, switched on. And if you can, see your beautiful mind-body spirit complex in all its multidimensionality. Imagine, if you can, give life to that. Make it as beautiful as you can, as colorful. See your most beautiful self, your higher self. Not a shallow, superficial, prettier, skinnier, this, that, thinner, whatever, richer version, no. A clearer, more translucent, more honorable version of you. Physical body, yes. Owning the beauty of you, the unique, birthed version God painted, chose to bring forth in likeness of himself. Through lineage, through heritage, passing on these likenesses, these genetical markers of image. When we own and love our uniqueness, no matter its appearance, it will become more beautiful because we love it and own it. You will exude more beauty just by owning how you came out, how you are. That comes from loving and owning your spirit and mind. And that can come by excusing away and not paying attention to the external body right now, and instead seeing and knowing the beauty of the prism light body you are. Seeing your aura, seeing the beautiful colors, energetic pulsations happening, that golden light that's filled you up. All your cells seeing the sacred geometry of them. Seeing the beauty and knowing they have great purpose. So take a moment to own that and see it as a fly on the wall, or see it as I see it. It's beautiful. I thank you for your beautiful contribution, your unique fractal reflection of God, His divine evolution birthed in you. It is wondrous. It is artwork. It is love in action. And I thank you for it. As I thank myself for my own. my own beautiful divine reflection. I honor the long path I have walked. I have tread into the ground. Yes, my beauty is obvious now. My path is quite clear. I can love it and own it and say I am beautiful. I look in the mirror each day without question and see and love myself and honor beautiful artwork that I am. But that path has been worn by walking. I cut that with a machete in an overgrown jungle of ugliness, of scared, petrified anger and frustration sometimes, hate, thinking I'm dishonored and shamefully slicing away, slashing at pieces. I remember those days and times. And if you're there, my friends, know that I love that path now. I honor truly the strength and times. These tears I cry now are blessed, beautiful, crystalline, releasing salt waters of Mother Earth, of myself and higher self, and of my lower self even. For those times were hard, unbearable it seemed almost, and still. But a path is worn, a path is made by walking it again and again, time after time. And I can own that now and know that those things, even though I thought they were ugly at the time, even though I thought I was ugly at the time, even though I've been told so many times I am ugly. Interference with commercials yet again. I can release those things now and see the great worth and beauty in those things, and to see the lie in those things and to laugh it away, and to know that it makes me stronger now. And I've gotten a bit carried away, and this has turned into a bit of an alchemic shadow working meditation here. But all is said and done at the right times and for the right reasons. And so, just as I am releasing things and pulling back into the present moment, I ask you to release and pull back to your present moment. Give thanks for whatever came up there, as something came up for me. And if nothing came up for you, I thank you for holding the space. I feel your love and audience as you held that space for me and others here to release, to recognize what needs to be released in this place and space. So thank you for your love and light, and for your strength in showing the way at that time and this time. So now bring yourself back into your body, into the now. I'm turning my music back on as the commercials are over. And get ready, wiggle your toes, open your eyes. You can ring my bowl here. This is going to be a long one today. Just excuse me for 1 second. I'm going to have a sip of water and wipe my eyes quickly. I knew to leave the tissues nearby today. And also, I guess I knew not to talk a lot this morning because I had a lot to meditate on. Sometimes I think these Friday readings lately have become such a cathartic ritual for me. You know, it's wonderful. Learning experience. Okay. back of the deck. I didn't look at it last week because I put it away. I kind of just put it away. And that's meant to be for today, I guess, and to say that, yes, this is all a learning experience. And to use these Fridays as well to evolve into different ways of learning experiences with the cards, not just to allow the pulling of the card to create contemplation and reverence throughout the week and practice and anchoring and sort of guiding throughout the weeks as a steady ritual in itself, but also the coming together here, adding in this meditation, excuse me, that I've incorporated in each time now, and sometimes gets a little carried away. Other times, doesn't. But that in itself has evolved and become something that's such a great ritual and routine for me. And now as I'm honoring bringing forth more transparency and clarity and honoring more things that just feel right in the moment, starting to go with less planning and more of just what is, sort of. It's matching and going perfectly with this. So, and the cards know, right? It's the learning experience. So thank you so much for your divine attention, saints and angels, divine guides, higher selves, guardian angels, God, Source, Mother Earth, the prophets and our ancestors, these ascended masters, all of those beings, higher density, frequency in the spirit realm, who witness and watch. We feel your presence. We thank you so much for your audience. And we ask if you could offer here through the cards a working or a practice point for this week to come here under our beautiful umbrella theme that we are guided to assess and contemplate for the whole month, this kingly ship, the kingdom of the rods, passions, magic in the world, the magic of the world. If you could offer advice or support for us for this week to come, we would appreciate it so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, now I'm going to shuffle up my cards a bit here. I've really been kind of guided as well to speak on it, to just spend a bit more time shuffling, to see what comes out, and there it is. Thank you, thank you. Wow. Sleep with your guardian angel. I love this card too. Try not to get it too glary. The colors are so beautiful. I love how she's sleeping by these beautiful, purple rose bushes. Such a serene view and remembrance. And sleep is so important. For me too. 79. Take a look at the topic of sleep in answer to your question. Most likely, this is a message for you to get more rest. Cut unnecessary activities from your schedule and get a good night's sleep. If emotional upsets are keeping you awake, give them to God and your angels. You can easily do this by mentally picturing your angel holding a bucket. Put any troubles into the bucket and watch the angel take them away to heaven, where everything will be resolved. Make sure that your sleeping space is conducive to a good night's rest, and check that your bedding is clean and hypoallergenic. Oops. Your increasing sensitivity means that you need to avoid chemicals or allergens in your bedroom. It also needs to be dark, quiet, and cool. Fresh air can help you as well. This is also a message to take more time for rest during the day. You're pushing yourself too hard. Avoid or cut down on stimulants such as caffeine, sugar, nicotine, and chocolate. Take frequent meditation breaks, even 2 minutes of closing your eyes. Taking deep breaths and holding positive thoughts will help. Flash of a surrender, right? Connecting to a breath or two with a flash of surrender really is such a great working for me. I use it all the time. I wanted to add in here a couple of things before I close. This is so long, so thank you so much for staying with me here. Plants in the bedroom to help filter air, super helpful. Obviously Wi-Fi, not sleeping near it, shutting things off like that have Wi-Fi or Bluetooth or whatever at night is super helpful. There's lots of crystals and grids and different workings to combat with EMFs and all these sort of negative frequencies that can be harming and disrupting sleep. One little thing I'll say for myself, which is a wonderful synchronicity. My father brought me a dream book back from his trip to Ireland, and so this is like, wow, I'm really gonna hone into some sleep dream work for myself. And also, I'll put a little plug in there for myself. I have some sleep meditations. If you do find it hard to get to sleep, sleep meditations, guided meditation, and hypnosis literally saved my life. I used to have insomnia and anxiety and all of these things that I thought and have huge issues sleeping. And I worked overnights. I worked night schedules for many years when my children were younger and decades ago, which contributed to a lot of sleep problems and issues with sleep. But sleep meditations in themselves helped really. It saved me. It got me into a great cycle, helped me fall asleep, stay asleep, sleep through my husband's snoring as well. If you have a partner who snores, it could be very helpful. Fall asleep with headphones on. You can download them too, so you can be offline listening, which is great. I also have MP3s that are available off YouTube if you don't have a YouTube subscription, so you can't download off YouTube. I have free MP3s of mine that I will always offer through email or whatever. You could reach out to me. And this is also a beautiful nudge to me to continue and finish up my 2 wonderful sleep meditations I have going right now and I'm about to release. One to meet the king and queen within your heart center, and the other one is connecting and releasing like shadow work through Mother Earth. So you could look forward to those on my channel, Telegram or YouTube in the near future if you're looking for those and you like sleep meditations. Thank you so much for sticking with me this super long Friday morning. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day or evening wherever you are in the world. Enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you next Friday.